Toucan Play That Game is proudly sponsored by NiceGameShop.com, the place to go for rare and unusual Asian games. Good morning, I'm Michael and this is Diaries of a Board Game YouTuber for Monday the 24th of July 2017. So what have we had this week? Well, there were 5 videos in the past week. Firstly, we had a overview, it was a review of these trays here from Playtray UK. So these are just like component accessories really, you know, like card trays, things for little tokens and whatnot to go in. If you want to find out what I thought of those, then take a look at that. We also had a demo of Petrichor that was recorded at the UK Games Expo. So Petrichor is kind of an area control voting sort of game. I quite liked it. The artwork is absolutely gorgeous. If you want to find out more, then do watch that. Pocket Mars was next. We had 2 videos on this, so we did a short review and then a full-length review. There's not that much difference in it. Pocket Mars is a game of colonising Mars that fits in your pocket, so it's all in the title there really. It's all about cards, it's a card-based game, and it's multi-use cards, and it's all just how you use those cards. So if you want to learn my thoughts and opinions on that, you know where to look. And finally, just gone up today is a demo of Light Seekers from, again, recorded at the UK Games Expo. I said from and then didn't say anything. That was a bit weird. No, oh well. Yeah, I can't actually remember who the publisher is. I think it might be something to do with Asmodee. I don't know. It's having huge push this year. It's very much kids' toy market kind of game, I think, rather than hobby game. But yeah, if you want to learn more about that, you can take a look. It's got action figures. It's got all these different things going on that are combining into one. You've got card game, action figures, and an app as well. So do take a look at that to learn out. I really can't learn more. So let's move on to the figures, and hopefully soon I'll start being able to talk. So literally a day over 19 months at this point, which is, I think, fairly good going. And Facebook, we have 2,910 followers, or likes. It's likes on, yes, followers, Twitter, likes on Facebook. So this is an increase on last week, so happy to see that. Twitter, 10,150 followers. And this is held about even, so I'm not too bothered one way or another about that, really. Not a lot to say. YouTube subscribers, we have 4,553. So this is not a huge change. It is growth, continuing to grow in this area, and this is one of the areas that is important. The most important area is probably the views. But subscribers tends to then equal future views potentially, especially when it's not subscribers gained through giveaways and things like that. Subscribers who have naturally found the channel and go, I like your video, I want to see more of your stuff. They're the good kind of subscriber, if you will, which is obviously what we're more like to get at this sort of time when we're not doing giveaways. So that's good to see that we're getting more of those. Oh, my brain is so gone today, isn't it? Views, 258,348 views. So my target views is 4,000 a week. I fell drastically short on that last week. I didn't have a good explanation. And this week I'm nearly at 5,000. So averaging the 2 weeks, we kind of fell a little short, but only a little. So I think maybe there was reporting error going on, which happens sometimes with Facebook. The reporting analytics is not great. It's not always real time. Sometimes, you know, stuff won't appear until some other day. Sometimes stuff appears and then it goes away. So it can be a bit hit and miss really with regards to the actual reporting of figures, which is kind of frustrating. But yeah, what has caused it to be so much better this week compared to last week? I'm not too certain, really. I didn't really know what the cause was last week. My guess was the sheer amount of Dice Calcon videos and other content drowning me out, and that has decreased in the last week. So I think that's probably the most sensible explanation of why it's then gone back to what I would deem more normal figures this week. Because none of the videos this week have been huge to blow up or anything like that. You know, have gone viral, or been hugely popular. They've done okay, but they've not been huge hits. So it's definitely not been just the content between the previous week and the week just gone. I think it must just be what other people have been doing impacting. So that's probably enough talking about that. We'll move on to the analytics. So, what were the views? What was getting the views? Well, once again, it was the Evergreens. The most viewed video, which actually has jumped up quite a lot, was my How to Play Time Stories. So, I think this is the new module for Time Stories, just launched. I think just came out, or very recently anyway. And so I think that's probably prompted people to buy the game or need a refresher on how to play, maybe. So they've taken a look at my at my video. So yeah, I mean, how to plays, I find they're the things that long term get the views. For my channel, that seems to be the case. I don't know if that's because it's what I'm good at, or I really don't know. But that is the case. A third of the views this week came from searches. The top of that search result was how to play time stories. So that's pretty self-explanatory there as to what has prompted it, is people searching. And I think in general, the majority of the evergreens, the views come from searches and also from suggested videos, whereas reviews tend to come from external sources where they've clicked from me promoting, such as on Facebook or things like that. Um, so yeah, that's probably enough on the analytics. What we got? So we've talked about all of this stuff. We haven't yet talked about this part here. So there's no new arrivals this week to talk about, but we are of course still going to have new videos. So we're going to have some more of the UK Games Expo coverage. I'm sorry that, you know, it's like nearly 2 months later after the expo and the coverage is still coming out. I just recorded so much. I think maybe I over recorded too much, and the amount of time it then takes to actually get it produced and uploaded is dragging on a bit. So I think I need to assess that for future conventions. But going up, we'll have a demo of Lost Expedition, hopefully. That's nearly ready to go, so that should be up. All things, fingers crossed, should be. We should also have 4 videos for Unearth, which are, if I can remember, we're going to have how to play. So, I should probably say, Lost Expedition is game coming, is out from Osprey Games, and is a card-based game of adventurers searching through forests and facing trials and stuff, where you're using skills and whatnot in order to bypass them. Unearth is the new game coming out in August from Brotherwise Games, who did the hugely popular Boss Monster. I have really enjoyed this game. You'll be able to find out why in the review, which is one of the videos. I think I've also done a how to play, so you'll be able to learn how to play this game, and also a playthrough, so you can see a game of it played. And then I did a short review as well on that, I believe. So that was the 4th. So what this actually is it's a dice allocation and set collection game. And it's really good because you might go, oh, dice allocation, dice rolling, so luck heavy. The good thing about this game is every aspect of luck in it then has mitigation of the choices you make. So it's really well designed for that, and it makes it just a really enjoyable game. But at the same time, it's not a complex game, it's not a difficult game, but it's got levels of strategy and depth there that is just fantastic. If you roll low, you're able to collect a set of one type. If you roll high, you're collecting sets towards a different type of set collection because there's two different types of set collection. Yeah, it just works fantastically well. So you can take a look at the review and stuff to find out more. That should be coming later in the week. Exciting. One of the stretch goals for the Kickstarter that I ran was that I would do my top 10 games of all time. Well, top 10 board games of all time. And so that is finally going to be coming out. It's a lot of work putting together top 10s, I find. I don't know, I spend a lot of time agonising over the list and it takes me forever to produce the list. But then the recording as well, because it's almost like filming 10 reviews. You've got to get the game out, set it up, have the components to talk about, you're doing close-up shots. It takes an awful lot of time. Maybe I'm doing them wrong. If you have any advice on how to do top 10s that people want to watch and don't take that long, I'd love to hear it. And then we're going to hopefully have some more of the UK Games Expo coverage, which we are nearly to the end of. I think maybe a week or two more, and we will be through all the expo coverage. And this is going to be a demo game of Scrumpy, which is coming from Invincible Games. And yeah, so this is like a deck building, sort of deck management. Yeah, it's an interesting. It's deck building, but it's got some more interesting things going on that is different. And yeah, so you can take a look at the demo that I played at the UK Games Expo for that. Okay, that's enough of my ramblings for this week. You know what to do. And as always, thanks for watching and bye for now.